The NDA, non-disclosure agreement, it's all about protecting your sensitive information. Ideas, business plans, intellectual property, and much more. It's usually signed early on, even before the first meeting. A reliable software vendor will often ask if you'd like them to sign it up front, showing they're serious about keeping things confidential from the start. It's not just about the legal side. Signing the NDA shows that both sides are committed to the partnership. Simply put, the agreement outlines what's confidential, such as trade secrets, marketing strategies, and supplier details. And what happens if someone breaks the rules, adding extra layers of protection for your business. Now that we know what an NDA is, let's move on to the master agreement contract. So here's what the MA typically includes. Intellectual property rights, IP. The client receives full IP rights to anything newly created for the project. The next one is liability cap. A liability cap sets a financial limit on how much the agency can be held responsible for, in case something goes wrong. In most instances, this is capped at the total fees you paid in the last 6 months. This ensures fairness, protecting both you and the agency from unexpected risks while keeping accountability in place. So after the liability cap, we have the non-solicitation clause. This prevents the client from hiring the agency employees for a set period, usually 1 or 2 years. And this clause is most often vice versa. The master agreement is flexible and negotiable, allowing both sides to set clear expectations and protect their interests. The master agreement sets the foundation, but each project needs a clear plan. That's where the statement of work comes in. Operating under the master agreement, the statement of work defines specifics of a project. A new statement of work is signed for each engagement and is generally more straightforward than the master agreement. It covers a lot of different sections. So the first one is scope of work. This is where we lay out exactly what's included in the project. This can include features, project duration, architecture, and the development team. Services and deliverables. Outlines what the agency will provide, like product management, design, development, and testing. It also lists the final deliverables, including a development plan, source code, and design materials, and of course others if agreed. Project timeline defines start and end dates plus the termination notice periods. The next one we have is process definition, how the team collaborates day-to-day from using tools like Jira for tasks, Figma for design, Slack and Google Meet for communication, to agreeing on working hours and meeting routines, so everyone stays aligned throughout the project. Key roles: all the team members who will be working on your project. Next one is pricing and payment terms. We'll specify the costs, taxes, and any expenses and how the payment schedule works, whether it's tied to milestones or recurring payments. So, all in all, the statement of work makes sure everyone is on the same page and the whole project is running smoothly. So what happens if project requirements change? Changes are part of most projects, and how we handle them, it's all about keeping things clear and manageable. If something needs to change during the project, the team usually talks it through and documents it. Small changes, like tweaking a feature, can often be handled with a quick email or a note in project management tool, but it's still important to keep a written record. If the change affects costs or budget, it needs formal approval, usually through an email, annex, or something like a Jira ticket. Bigger changes might require updating the current agreement or even creating a new one. This is especially important in fixed-price projects, where even small changes can lead to delays or extra work. In time and material projects, it's more about adjusting the team's time and resources than changing the contract itself. Understanding these contracts isn't just about legal stuff. It's about protecting your business. By getting them right, you set the foundation for a smooth, successful partnership. So before you sign on anything, make sure you know what you're agreeing to.